These are the early chapters of the story, where the characters are being built up, so it might feel a bit slow for some people. Please stay tuned. The story gets better. When he opens his eyes, he's shocked to realize he's still alive. On top of that, he has no idea where he is. A sudden flood of memories hits him, bringing a pounding headache. Memories of the hopeless loser who originally owned this body, but that doesn't bother Sholo at all. He opens a portal to another world and gets sucked in instantly. A flood of system notifications greets him, congratulating him on returning after being offline for 100 years. While he was gone, he earned 70 alternate energy points per second. Adding up to an insane total of 221 billion points, but it's only because he remained the top 1 player for the whole time and no one reached his level yet. On top of that, he receives a mythic rank treasure for defeating the 9th rank monster wave, the battle that killed him last time. Without hesitation, Showa uses the treasure to multiply his energy points by 999 times, turning the number into something almost impossible to spend. Then he's given a chance to choose a new class. And without a second thought, he picks the Necromancer class. Why? Because its only weakness is the massive amount of alternate energy needed to upgrade summons. And that's not a problem for Sholo anymore. Necromancers are soul harvesters. After killing a monster, they have a 1% chance to claim its soul and make it a pet. These pets cannot be traded and possess unlimited loyalty, requiring only half the usual experience to upgrade. Additionally, necromancers have the unique ability to evolve their pets, a hallmark of the mythical class. Our protagonist remembers his previous life in which he cleared 70 worlds within 10 years. Now, he resolves to clear every level perfectly in this new life, aiming to become the world's strongest. Sholo enters the first alternate world, Nightmare Source. The system explains the safe area called Doomsday Town and reminds him that fighting is forbidden within its boundaries. It then asks if he wants to keep his old ID or choose a new one. Our hero opts for 0. As class shifters enter Doomsday Town, many remark that it feels uncannily real, and the crowd buzzes with talk of monsters. Suddenly, the system announces the first world quest, causing a flurry of panic as everyone scrambles to team up and prepare. Meanwhile, our hero calmly reviews his own stats. The initial mission requires them to break Doomsday cycles by defeating 1,000 monsters and collecting 10 silver coins. Completing these tasks will activate the first world boss. He then decides to buy equipment first and promptly makes his way to the store where Charles, the boss, welcomes him. Surveying the selection, he finds the best item is a 1-star staff. After placing 100 copper coins, the starter gift on the counter, our protagonist, requests it. The onlookers are shocked by his choice. Some question why he would spend all his money on a staff that offers little attack power, suggesting a full set of unrefined gear would be wiser. A girl explains that only higher star weapons can refine attributes, increasing attack power automatically. As Shul heads down a narrow street, the crowd gossips, convinced our hero lacks understanding since real progress supposedly requires spending money. Examining the staff, our boy reflects that most class shifters receive limited energy from monsters, making it nearly impossible to refine 1-star equipment. Yet he has an abundance of alternate energy. With a sly smile, he praises his own fortune and begins upgrading the staff. Although the process consumes only 1 energy point, and the success rate is low, our protagonist persists. After several attempts, Shu finally succeeds, elevating his equipment to the highest level. As he grips the staff, our boy announces his readiness for battle, prepared to demonstrate his true power. In the first alternate world, the nightmare for new class shifters has just begun with different monsters attacking them. Facing such low-level beasts, class shifters can defeat them, but a single hit from these monsters will still result in death. All the shifters are struggling to fight back while our boy steps forward. Uses the burning effect, and kills the monster with his first strike, leaving all present people in shock. After killing that monster, which was a level 1 giant mutant rat, Showa receives 10,000 alternate energy and even gains a bonus. Moreover, ordinary class shifters are required to form a team to kill a giant mutant rat while he can defeat them one by one on his own. Everyone's attention is focused on Showa with people discussing how he must be an experienced class shifter given his golden equipment and his technique for killing monsters. They can't believe he has so much alternate energy in the early stages, enough to refine a beginner's staff. On the other hand, our boy is planning to hunt higher level beasts because fighting such low-level enemies won't help him gain anything meaningful. In this alternate world, aside from these level 1 rats, there are level 3 to 4 poisonous spiders, level 5 to 7 armored scorpions, level 8 to 9 wild boars, and the ultimate boss, the level 10 violent boar king. For now, Showa is heading toward the level 3 beasts in the abandoned factory. As our hero fights the monsters one by one, each victory makes him even stronger, raising his levels bit by bit. Moving forward, Sholo has killed plenty of rat and spider monsters, resulting in leveling up 3 consecutive times. Checking his progress on the screen, our boy notices he has gained 18 attribute points to use freely. Moreover, since the Beast Tamer class has the same growth path as a mage, he needs to increase spell casting speed, damage, stability, and agility. He chooses to upgrade the Fireball trait, increasing it up to grade A. The highest level, with the damage level rising to 140%. Looking at his overall progress, our protagonist is confident he'll reach level 8 as soon as he completes the first 2 world quests. Staring at the screen, a smirk appears on his face as he notes that his traits are now sufficient to fight the ultimate boss, which means he will soon complete the first world. At that moment, Sholo hears a faint whisper from another abandoned place. Walking toward the gigantic door ahead, our boy opens it and sees a man named Carl sitting with one limb cut off, mumbling and crying in pain, his face covered in bruises. Observing Carl, our hero contemplates the resemblance of this alternate world to the real one. With hope and a desire for revenge, Carl begs our protagonist to wipe out the scorpions that killed his children and wife. After analyzing the situation, the system asks our hero if he wants to accept the mission to eradicate the scorpions. Shuluo accepts, thinking about how he obtained most of his equipment from NPC missions rather than simply by killing monsters. The system then shows the details. Armored scorpions and their leader, the Armored Emperor Scorpion, are present in the Doomsday Factory. Sometime later, Shuluo is standing in the Doomsday Factory. He senses the existence of something else besides the scorpions here, but since his main priority is the scorpions, he decides to focus only on them. After this, he greets the scorpions with a smile as they attack our boy. But Shua is ready to fight them with his golden staff. Amidst the fighting, one of the armored scorpions activates the skill collision. After struggling for a while, our boy finally succeeds in killing that scorpion. Even though the fireball is very powerful. At the same time, it consumes a lot of mana. From his previous life, Shua remembers that if he succeeds in wiping off a certain limit of these scorpions, he can force the armored scorpion emperor to come into the scene. After some time and struggle, our protagonist finally succeeds in getting the emperor scorpion out from its hideout. As for the moment, his main target is killing the emperor before running out of mana. After attacking again and again, Shu isn't able to damage the scorpion severely because of its strong armor. The monster falls on the floor while our protagonist is getting ready to make the last strike, which will be the completion of his mission. But then, 2 men appear out of nowhere. One of them runs to attack Shu, while the other runs towards the Scorpion Emperor in order to kill it himself. As the first man attacks our protagonist, he moves to the side, making that man fall on the floor while declaring he was waiting for him to show up. After this, he attacks the man with the staff using the fireball technique. Looking at this, the other man realizes our boy can't be a newbie since he was able to activate his skills even after losing all the mana. Our hero claims not to have run out of mana. After killing the Scorpion Emperor, the system questions whether he wants to absorb the armored Scorpion Emperor as his pet. Accepting it, our hero absorbs the scorpion while the man is looking at him in complete fear. At the moment, the scorpion's loyalty level is at 100, which will decrease by 10 after every death. And once it reaches 0, there is no going back. As for the scorpion, since it specializes in defense, it will protect Shu Luo from damage and bear the attacks for his master. Moreover, it can devour any 10 normal grade pets in order to level up to become the elite grade. Shulo was thinking about the reason behind beast tamers running away to grow pets, because it demands the tamer's own experience in order to level up. The man standing there can't believe him to be a normal beast tamer with such excellent powers. While petting his armored scorpion emperor, our boy explains that right after getting the mission, he suspected he was being spied on by someone. Moreover, he can also guess that both of them are assassins who rely on the prey of other class shifters. Looking at the situation, 3 of them got the same mission. As the man hears this, he starts to cry, knowing the fact that he had gotten into a fight with someone so strong and the only option left now is to run away. Right after that, our hero orders his pet scorpion to attack the man. Kneeling in front of our protagonist, the man pleads for his life. Seeing the man begging like this, Sholo states this was coming for them because those who hurt others should stay prepared to be hurt by someone else, too. After the completion of the mission, our boy goes back to Carl, who expresses his gratitude and promises to be his good brother from today onwards. Afterwards, the system congratulates our hero for leveling up and receiving the rewards in which some equipment is included too. These equipment include a magic necklace which provides magical powers and armored leggings which provide protection. Sholo gets very excited after receiving the equipment since it is very effective to add the mana while at the moment he is urgently in need of mana. Therefore, our protagonist fully upgrades both equipment. Holding the equipment in his hands, our boy is confident to reach level 5 along with his pet scorpion rather quickly. After some time, a notification for the class shifters appears. It orders all the class shifters to go find and clear the level 5 secret realm which has appeared near the Doomsday Town. Our hero is excited since he is sure that he will be the one getting the reward because of his abilities. One of the class shifters offers forming a team with him so they can attain the rewards after passing the secret realm. But other players, unlike him, think that even though they can earn a fortune after entering the secret realm, they don't want to put their lives on the verge. Behind him, his president, who is wearing golden armor and holding a golden sword, appears with a girl holding him by his arm. Gossiping about him, another person in the crowd answers that he is Liu Yao, son of Liu Yue, who owns 3 of the largest drugstores in Linhai City with a net worth in billions. After this, Liu's assistant begins boasting about his richness, claiming he has a full set of 1-star equipment while his subordinate's equipment costs tens of thousands. Between their conversation, the girl standing beside Liu notices our protagonist and gets very shocked. Lin mocks him for being poor and advises that being an ordinary tamer, he shouldn't enter the secret realm. In a fit of anger, Shilo suggests she not interfere with him. Lin becomes very shocked seeing him behave like this since the real Jiang Yui would have started begging right after seeing her. In order to make him jealous, she goes to Liu Yao and hugs him, claiming only someone strong like Liu can pass the secret realm. To her answer, the man holds Lin and suggests to our hero to move on since there is no need to keep clinging to the past. Looking the other way, our protagonist calls Lin a worn-out shoe he doesn't want to keep anymore, so whoever wants her can take her, and he also challenges them that he will be the one winning this mission. Since Lin can't accept her insult, she yells that Yao is going to teach him a lesson very soon. Instead of challenging our protagonist back, Liu with a calm voice claims he doesn't have enough time to waste on such trivial matters, and right now his priority is the secret realm. While entering the realm with Lin and other men, Liu offers other players to enter with him in order to get the initial pass. Meanwhile, a man comes to Shu, suggesting he give up since they're weak and poor, unlike those rich people. In answer, our hero suggests he should find some ways to become strong rather than feeling inferior to others. While our protagonist, despite being in the poor Jiang Yue's body, is very confident in himself. Talking about the resurrection scroll worth 3,000 yuan, which they can use a maximum of 2 times within 7 days, and it is equal to having 3 lives. Moreover, it appears that the initial pass will go to the Supreme Guild. Moving onwards, Shua is thinking about the secret realm where they're going to fight the Lord Monsters. But with his current strength, our boy wouldn't be able to win against the final Lord Monster unless both he and his scorpion reach grade 5. After entering the secret realm, Lin yells at brother Yao for not doing anything to Shu, who talked bad about her. Clarifying, Yao explains he does not want to ruin his family's reputation after killing someone. Upon hearing this, Lin expresses her gratitude to him. On the other hand, our hero is fighting along with his pet scorpion in order to increase their level. Unlike an ordinary beast tamer's pet, which requires the same amount of experience as their owner, necromancer's pets require only half. Which means he only needs to kill some small mobs to upgrade his armored scorpion. Some other players are looking at Shu fighting the scorpions from a distance. They can't believe him killing them alone and soon realize that it seems like they've underestimated him. After this, some girls come up to our boy offering to be teammates and even asking him to be their boyfriend. But Chulu rejects all of them and walks away. Meanwhile, on the other side, Liu and his men are hardly keeping up with the Lord Monsters. Plenty of players have died already, while including brother Yao, some are injured, too. After analyzing the situation, a man suggests that they should leave the realm using the resurrection scrolls unless they are going to die at the hands of monsters. Amidst their conversation, they feel like someone is walking in their direction who is none other than our protagonist. In anger and jealousy, Lin declares, despite being a low-level player, he still has the courage to come to the secret realm, which shows he isn't afraid of death. Instead of answering, our boy looks at her with a subtle smile, making Lin even angrier. And in a fit of rage, she dashes toward him while Lin and the other man present are trying to stop her, claiming he won't be able to survive the realm since he is too poor to buy the resurrection scroll. Shilo, standing on the cliff, waits for the Lord Monster, which appears after a few moments. Lord Scorpion, who is much stronger than the other scorpions, arrives. Within a few seconds, the fight begins between Lord Scorpion and Shu's pet scorpion, but the Lord Monster isn't able to defeat them because of the combination of equipment and skills of the armored monster. During their fighting, our hero makes multiple strikes on the Lord Monster right above its head without giving it time to dodge back or counterattack. Thus, as a result, the Lord Scorpion dies instantly and falls on the floor. Right after killing the scorpion, a notification pops up congratulating the class shifter 0 for clearing the secret realm and winning the black iron level. A secret scroll. Everyone is trying to know about 0, and they can't believe that he actually killed off a level 6 to 7 monster. Within a few minutes of the announcement, Shu starts to receive messages from different class shifters who are willing to buy the secret scroll under any condition. Ignoring all of them, our hero clicks the upgrading option 2 times, under which the scroll reaches the silver level. Being a king-level secret scroll, its price could be around hundreds of thousands, which is surely a very high amount of money for some ordinary class shifter. But Shu claims with confidence that his goal is surpassing the alternate worlds. After this, Showa opens the secret scroll, which then gives him a king-level mission of rescuing the survivors. The system further explains that he must complete the mission within a certain time in order to receive a generous amount of rewards. Looking at the level 10 Berserk's forest map, our protagonist is thinking about the plan since he will meet wild boars in groups in the woods, making it very difficult for him to pass them. Putting all this behind, he focuses on his main target, finding Aelin. Moving to the woods, a little girl who is probably Aelin is running in front of a wild boar for her life, calling for help when Shu appears there and kills that boar. Our hero took only 2 hours to find Aelin. Now the task is to take her safely to the town. But something happens here. Right after finding the girl, plenty of boars begin to attack Shu, which he assumes could be part of the mission. The moment Showa kills one boar, plenty of wild boars appear on the scene. Analyzing the situation, our boy realizes it is rather difficult to kill them. But if he doesn't do this, Aelin will die here, which means he will fail his mission. Looking at the situation, our protagonist calls for his pet scorpion to cover him up. Now both are fighting simultaneously in order to kill the wild boars. And with this, they can upgrade their levels, too. But soon, Shu's mana level begins to drop while plenty of boars are still coming at him. Little Aelin is worrying about Shu, but he assures her that he will get her out of here safe and sound. While his attention is diverted to the girl, the boar attacks our hero, knocking him to the ground. Shu receives a notification of getting plenty of mana and other points, which means he can level up twice, making the emergency upgrade first. And after this, he emerges the Lord Battle Ring, which he got after defeating the Lord Monster. After this, the staff strength increases up to a great extent. After struggling for a while, Shu finally succeeds in killing off all the wild boars. Now the only task left is taking Aelin back to Doomsday Town. At this instance, our boy finds Yao and Lin standing there in the distance as Brother Yao asks if it seems like he hasn't died yet. Instead of answering, Sholo demands they stop wasting his time and go away. Seeing our protagonist's arrogance, Lin, while yelling, asks Brother Yao to teach him a lesson. Shu also challenges them to try killing him. Without wasting any further time, Yao attacks our hero with his sword, but it doesn't harm him even an inch. Both of them are in utter disbelief seeing nothing happen to our boy even after such a brutal attack. Now Shu is ready to make his counterattacks and thus suggests they stay prepared for it. As soon as Shu lifts his staff to make the counterattack, Yao becomes very frightened and warns our boy not to attack him because he is the president of the Supreme Guild and also the eldest son of the richest man. Without listening to him any further, Shu makes his attack and as a result, Lu Yao becomes seriously injured and even his armor falls off his body. At this moment, our protagonist receives another notification, which is Professional Supreme Star Glory. The system explains that since the other party attacked him first, now they are graved, which means if he kills them within 10 points, he won't receive any sin points. Moreover, with the death of a professional, not only does he lose all his level and experience, but also leaves a large amount of props and equipment behind him. Ignoring her, our boy walks away while taking Aelin with him because he doesn't have any time to waste. As time progresses, our protagonist finally succeeds, escorting her to the town safely. He receives an ice stick, which after refining it 144 times and consuming 22,256 energy points, turns into a golden attribute, which is the Frost Scepter, a destroyer. Even though all the equipment consumes plenty of energy, he has gotten plenty of eggs after scrubbing the monster. Now, he can feed them to his armored scorpion. And after doing this, his normal scorpion levels up to a silver armored scorpion, which is an elite level. Our protagonist now has a 2-star stick, a silver armored scorpion, and Lu Yao's golden equipment, which is enough to fight off the first alternate world's ultimate boss. After this, Shu goes back to the real world with the idea of getting more supplies. As soon as he enters the real world, he receives a call from the hospital demanding him to pay 390,000 medical expenses for his brother Jiang Xiao. Otherwise, they will stop his treatment. Our boy demands their payment number so he can wire the money there and will call them back within 10 minutes. After this, Shu thinks of selling a few pieces of golden equipment, which can help him earn a few million because helping Jiang Ye's brother is more like the payment for using his body. But the system warns him that he isn't allowed to sell or drop these equipment. It means Shu has to think of another way to get some money because even if he sells all his silver coins, he will only get around 10,000. Therefore, he starts to look for a part-time job. Someone named Ramiro wants to hire a professional as a coach with a pay of 300,000 while in the comments, but our boy is ready to accept this challenge since seeing such life-threatening posts appears rather intriguing to him. A girl on the other side explains his condition. The first is that the student he is going to coach is a newbie, and second, he must help and guide the student to complete the first world. After listening to her condition, Shu adds he can teach her both about the first and second world. As some time passes, our hero is now entering Doomsday Town through the portal while thinking that passing the first world alone is easy. but he can get 400,000 after helping someone else to pass the first world. In this instance, Shu's sight diverts toward a girl standing there wearing a cloak with her head covered. Thinking she could be his student, our protagonist goes up to her. Meanwhile, the crowd present there is gossiping about the girl being recognizable even though she is covering her head. Meanwhile, our hero forms the team with the girl so he can help her through the first world. Walking alongside, our boy explains to her about the 2 prerequisite quests they have to finish in order to pass the first world. He further explains that she won't be able to harm the monsters, which are 5 levels above hers. Even if he lowers them to 1 HP, it's still useless. Thus, while getting toward the prerequisite, they also have to increase their levels. Moving forward, they meet a scorpion, which our hero fights and blocks off by making huge crystals around it with the skills he got earlier. After this, looking at the girl, he suggests she should finish it off in order to increase her level. After killing the monster, the girl's level increases up to 3 levels at the same time. The girl is lost in her thoughts while another scorpion attacks her, but Shua runs towards her and saves her, killing the monster, too. Shua, hugging the pink-haired girl, is facing forward to watch out for the scorpions while shielding the girl. Still lost in our protagonist's beauty, Shua asks her to move in order to increase her level. Walking through the woods, our hero questions the girl about her age, which she tells him she is 21 years old with her finger gestures since she hasn't spoken with him till now. Taking off her hood, the girl expresses her gratitude to Shua and asks him to leave her behind. As for his payment, she will definitely give him half the payment, but also asks for a promise that he will not tell her sister about this. Hearing this, instead of answering, Shu inquires about the vessel of disaster because he is intrigued about it too. The girl is about to answer him, but a crowd of people appears at the scene, insulting the girl about being a disastrous caster who is going to ruin another life. Now, it is because her forum states, whoever takes up her request dies a horrific death, while those who succeed in killing her will get a huge boost of experience and alternate energy. All the players standing there are now ready to kill her, while the girl suggests running away since all of them are at a higher level than them. At this moment, out of nowhere, Lu Yao with his team appears on the scene. Seeing him, one of the players goes up to Yao in order to clarify, but pushing him aside, he walks up to our hero and grabs Shu by his collar, staring at him with a smirk on his face. Our protagonist asks whether he is here to give him more free gifts just like last time. Moreover, it seems like he won't be able to use the revive scroll within 7 days. After this, Lu orders his men to show Shu what they have gotten for him. Shilo and the girl with him are staring at Lu Yao now, which is rather confusing for him. Looking behind, he calls for one of his men, Waku, who is standing at a distance with a sword in his hand, ready to attack our boy. After analyzing the situation, Lu walks up to him and begins to hit him mercilessly, clarifying that he wants them to bring something else which he asked for earlier. After some time, all his men are standing around our hero in a circle, and at this moment, all of them put a gift box right in front of Shu. After understanding the situation, Lin starts yelling at Brother Yao because of his act. While in answer, he simply asks her to shut up, leaving her shocked. Hiding behind his group members, Lu Yao asks our hero to accept the gifts which he has handpicked specially for him as a token of his sincerity. While in return for these gifts, he demands Shu to work in the guild for him. Moreover, he also announces his salary, which is 500,000 per month. Hearing this, everyone present is visibly shocked. As for Lin, she mocks our protagonist, saying he would never be able to earn such a high sum of money even if he works hard for 10 years. As for the answer, our protagonist states, birds of a feather flock together. So he doesn't want to pay with his pride just like she did, leaving her completely furious and angry. After this conversation, our hero begins to walk again, saying they should get out of his way since they're going to fight. Lin, moving in front of him, orders other men to fight him, but to her shock, Brother Yao orders them to let him go whilst our boy walks past him. In order to increase Lu's anger, the girl adds that Shu is looking down at him, so he should do something about it. Lu Yo repeats his words, let him go, and also questions whether she can hear clearly through her ears. As time progresses, our protagonist is now walking alongside the girl while other men and Lu Yao are looking at their backs. Turning towards him, one of his men suggests killing Shua since he has already killed their leader, Yao, once, and even now, he was actually very arrogant. But before he could finish his sentence, Brother Yao lands a punch on his face. After this, with an exciting smile, he adds, struggling a bit to get something is sometimes its real preciousness. Grabbing Lin's face fiercely, he answers maybe it was when he succeeded in killing him last time and also asks Lin how a poor beast tamer like him managed to get such a damage output. Therefore, he must make him enter his guild. Talking about Lin, she is very angry at Zhang Yui, who is actually our hero, Shu Luo. The moon is taken over the woods and our boy and Su Jin are walking through it when she thanks our protagonist for saving her earlier without even looking at her. Shua answers he wouldn't get paid if she died here. This is the reason behind him saving her, but the girl still thinks he won't be able to help her complete the first world. Turning towards her, our hero wonders how a person with such low self-esteem posts in her forum. After completing both prerequisites, Shu is ready to face the boss and questions the girl whether she is ready or not. Even though Sujin agrees, she's still a bit hesitant. So, our hero inquires about the reason behind it. Looking down, she answers that unlike others, he is clearly very strong and could have turned down her request. Instead, he is helping her clear the first world. To cheer her up, our protagonist states he isn't what she thinks he is. Rather, he is just a middle-class man. Now, both quests are complete, so the system notifies them that if they want to challenge the boss, they can click confirm, otherwise click later. Clicking the confirm button, our boy agrees to challenge the first world boss, Sector. A portal of the demon abyss appears in front of them and both walk through the portal. Standing in the demon abyss, the system notifies them that they have just an hour to defeat the boss, Berserker Swine King. If they don't succeed in killing the king, they'll have to accept their defeat and restart the quests from the beginning. As for killing the king, our boy is going to use the drop armor of Lu Yao on his silver armored scorpion. After this, fighting the boss will become quite easy. After all the preparations, standing in front of the Berserker King, Shu is ready to defeat it. Talking about the Swine King, it is a level 10 monster, the ruler of Nightmare Source, which stands between the passage from the first world to the second world and kills whoever tries to pass through it. Our hero realizes that she is getting afraid of the fight. So he suggests Sujin stay behind and help his pet if needed. But Sujin worrying about him prompts Showa to assure her that he will be fine. All he is going to do is wipe out the king. When the Berserker Swine King attacks our protagonist, he uses a super fireball as a counterattack. But having thicker skin, nothing happens to the king. After analyzing the situation, Shu makes continuous fireball attacks on the Swine King until he finally succeeds in injuring the monster. Meanwhile, the scorpion is taking the hits for our boy. Here, the monster makes a wild charge at Shu, which he dodges. Now, he is looking at his pet scorpion when the king makes another reckless charge during his moment of inattention. Seeing the situation, Sujinin shouts at Shu to dodge the attack. But our boy stands in the way of the Berserker King as if he has some plan going on in his mind. As soon as the monster reaches near Shu, he attacks the king using the super ice pick technique and freezes the monster. But this effect doesn't last long since the Swine King has high resistance. Breaking off the ice, the boar roars at them. Sujin warns our hero that the boar king in this situation tends to use the deadly stomping technique. On the other hand, the boar has already attacked the scorpion. While trying to divert its attention, our protagonist asks Fang Su to heal his pet because he can't afford to lose 400,000 at this critical moment. Even though Jinan is healing the scorpion, it's not enough in front of the boar's strength. Moreover, the scorpion needs some time to heal, otherwise it won't be able to last long. Looking at the situation, they don't have enough time to wait. Thus, Shu suggests going with the flow. Walking towards the Swine King, Shu attacks it using the 2-star golden equipment. Knowing that even a rank 10 monster won't be able to survive the attack of such high potential equipment, he is using both fireball and ice techniques at the same time, which Sujin can't believe anyone can actually master simultaneously. After struggling a bit, they finally win against the monster, which is now lying dead on the floor. Moving forward, the system congratulates them on killing the wild boar king and gives out some gifts, which Shu is sorting according to his needs. Meanwhile, the system also congratulates Fang Su Jinan on breaking the disastrous caster's class limitations, which is the Vessel of Calamity. Meaning she has reached the core class, Taboo Sorcerer Epic. Seeing this, Su Jin sheds happy tears, not only because she is free from her curse, but also because her level has increased. 2 portals open in front of them. The red one leads to the second world and the blue one to the real world. Our boy walks toward the blue portal so he can pay the hospital bills of Jang Jao, who is the body owner's brother. Sujin asks our hero where he is going. In answer, he states that he is going to get his pay from her sister. After some time, our protagonist is in the fan building which is present in the center of Linhai City talking with Sujin's sister who is very excited to meet the mysterious class shifter Zero.